So I have tonsil stones. They're little bitty stones. I'm gonna call them stones. They're not really stones, but they form in your tonsils. They form in mine. Basically, they are just a conglomeration of stuff that has been smashed together by your tonsils. And at this point in time, I do not have a remedy to get rid of them. I've tried various other things, and I can't get rid of them. I've heard of, drinking only water, cutting out caffeine, swishing with either rubbing alcohol or hydrogen peroxide, and none of these things work for me. I don't know if maybe making my bed while upside down and crying might work. I don't know. But nothing's worked for me. And they don't really hurt, these tonsil stones. They kind of create like an itchy feeling at the very back of your throat, and to me. But I do get satisfaction, and this is maybe weird, maybe sick in the way. I do get satisfaction when you feel that sort of let go, when that stone lets go from your tonsils and it comes out. That sort of pop. I do get some sort of satisfaction from that. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it that makes it, sort of satisfying. I guess the fact that it's now out of my tonsils and I don't have to feel it scratching the back of my throat. I don't know what it is about them that makes them form. Some people get them, some people don't. My wife does not have them. To my knowledge, no one in my family has them. But I don't know why it is that I get them. And like I said, I've tried remedies and haven't really had anything work for me. The one that I hear the most is the cut out caffeine. That's the trick that I hear the most. And I don't know if it won't work or if I just can't cut out enough caffeine. I have to have caffeine to function. I was a third shift nurse for a long time and just picked up the habit of drinking gallons of coffee. I've cut down somewhat, but not all the way. So maybe that could be the trigger. The caffeine could be the trigger, and I just can't quit the caffeine, and I would rather take the tonsil stones over quitting caffeine. That could actually be true. But whatever the reason is why they form in my tonsils or in someone else's tonsils, and the reason being hasn't been found out yet, I just don't know. I don't know why that is. But they don't hurt, which doesn't really bother me. I'm sure there will become a time where I'll get one big enough that does hurt and is going to require me to see a physician specifically for that. Then that might become an issue. But at the present time, it's whatever. It's just something that happens. I know every, week or two, I'm going to have to get me out of tonsil stone since it starts itching the back of my throat. It's whatever. I have mentioned it to my physician. I've never been to the doctor just for a tonsil stone, but I have mentioned it in conversation to a physician. And at the time, they really weren't concerned about it. So, it's not dangerous in any way. At least the stones that I have had have not been dangerous in any way. And they don't hurt. So that's another thing. But if they ever did become dangerous or hurt, I would definitely be right there at the doctor, immediately to say, hey, doc, listen, something's got to happen. These things is killing me. But it hasn't happened yet. If there are any remedies that have worked, I'd like to know. They're kind of aggravating at times. Other than the remedies that I've already talked about. If there's one that you know of that just works for you, let me know. I'm not quitting caffeine. It's just not happening. Sorry about that. But I hope it helps. Thank you much.